What's going on, everyone? We just got some huge, major breaking news about Kyrie Irving that should get you excited if you're a Laker fan. Breaking per Shams, Brooklyn Net All-Star Kyrie Irving has requested a trade. Lead sources tell The Athletic and Stadium the franchise has been informed that Irving prefers to be moved on ahead of the February 9th trade deadline or will leave in free agency. To further back this up, Adrian Wojnarowski reports as well Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie Irving has told the franchise that he wants to be traded ahead of Thursday's deadline, sources tell ESPN. Reason that this is huge is a multitude of reasons. So one, they have to move Kyrie Irving now. The Brooklyn Nets do not have salary relief if Kyrie just leaves in free agency. So they have to get something back in return. Right now, the Brooklyn Nets, they are still over the cap with Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, and they also have Joe Harris's contract next season. So my guess is that they're going to try to move off of Kyrie Irving and get some pieces, some assets in return, as well as whatever cap relief they can get. Like, can they move Joe Harris in a Kyrie deal? What is the market going to look like for Kyrie Irving is also another issue and concern. And this basically spells the end of the Brooklyn Nets as we know this team. Because Kevin Durant is not going to stay without Kyrie Irving. The whole reason he only went to Brooklyn was because of Kyrie Irving. So now you're probably going to have Kevin Durant who's going to request a trade. Maybe Kevin Durant stays the rest of the season and then request a trade in the offseason. But they're going to end up having to move Kyrie Irving before the deadline. Because if you don't, and he really leaves in free agency, that's it. You have no way of recouping anything. And now the Brooklyn Nets are just in a terrible spot. You got Ben Simmons. Kevin Durant's going to want to request a trade because he's going to look around and go, you don't have any money to get me any help. Like, no, I'm not going to stay here. Although they would probably get a nice package in return for Kevin Durant. The question is, would they get more in return right now? Or would they get more in return come the offseason, right? Because you are going to have teams that go, oh man, if we get Kevin Durant right now, we can win a championship, especially like a team like the Suns. But do they look at it as, let's just ride out the season? Do teams look at it as like, hey, let's ride out, see where we're at? Now you have a team, that's just like, well, we were almost there. Like, let's go make a move for Kevin Durant. And I think that will put us over the top. That could be a possibility. But Kyrie Irving, of course, you got to imagine he's going to go to the Lakers. I mean, look, I'm not saying for sure, I'm not saying lock it in, Kyrie to the Lakers, everyone let's rejoice and celebrate. But the whole offseason, all we heard was Kyrie Irving wanted to go to the Lakers. Kyrie Irving's going to the Lakers. It's going to happen. The Lakers are currently trying to find a trade that makes the Lakers over the top. They've wanted Kyrie Irving. LeBron wants Kyrie Irving. Lakers are trying to get another star. They've been trying to get another star since the offseason. And now Kyrie Irving has requested a trade and it's available. The Lakers would be in their best interest to trade for him right now. Put together some type of package, whatever that package costs. They'll put it together and go get Kyrie Irving. And if you're the Lakers, you're in a really good point of leverage, but you need Kyrie's help. If Kyrie comes and says, I'm going to the Lakers, I want to go to the Lakers, trade me to the Lakers, well then, there you go, right? Because now teams aren't going to trade for Kyrie. And I don't know how many teams are going to trade for Kyrie anyway, because we saw in the offseason, nobody wanted to touch Kyrie Irving. Every time that there was a report or there was a trade rumor or there was something pertaining to another team, every single one of those teams went, nope, we do not want keep Kyrie Irving away from us. Like Houston, they were like, absolutely not. We don't want Dallas. Nope, no. Keep Kyrie away from us. So I don't think that they're going to have a bunch of trade options lined up. What's probably going to happen is it's probably going to be Russell Westbrook, both first-round picks. Maybe the Lakers throw in like a Max Christie, which I would prefer and love to keep Max Christie. But if we're being honest, and the Lakers can get Kyrie Irving, one, I think you do it. Two, they're going to do it, right? If they can get Kyrie Irving, they probably do that. So the idea would be like, hey, you get Russell Westbrook, use him for the rest of the season. Kevin Durant's going to want to be traded regardless, but maybe you could still be competitive with Russ and KD. The team you have is better with Russ than what we have right now. We get Kyrie Irving. We give you 2 unprotected first-round picks. We give you Max Christie, so you get a nice young player that you can build for the future. He's been great for us, and now everyone's happy, and it's a win-win. And then maybe the Lakers could take Patrick Beverley and Lonnie Walker, piece those together to go make a move. Or maybe, the Lakers take on Joe Harris, right? Which would make sense, right? Get a 3-point shooter. But the Lakers, if you're the Lakers, you say, look, we give you Russell Westbrook and whatever. We'll give you Lonnie Walker, something like that. And you give us Joe Harris and Kyrie Irving. And we'll give you both firsts and like a Max Christie or something. Because at this point you're already over the cap because you're gonna have to re-sign Kyrie Irving, but now you get his bird rights so you can extend him. All is right in the world. Everyone's happy. And then you got Rui Hachimura that you're gonna have to add. So your starting 5 would basically be Kyrie Irving, probably Austin Reeves at that point if you have him, or Joe Harris, and then you have Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. That's probably how this goes. That's probably how this works. But the incentive would be just take Joe Harris as well. Like, hey, yeah, we want Kyrie. You want to trade Kyrie. You need to trade Kyrie. You need to clear off salary. Luckily, we have this big $47 million salary, so we can absorb Kyrie and we could take Joe Harris. Not just that, but next season, Joe Harris is an expiring contract. But what this does is this just basically gives Brooklyn future flexibility because now they would have cap space, and then they can look to trade Kevin Durant. They can look to trade Ben Simmons if they wanted to. That would be my guess of how that worked. And that's basically what Brooklyn was trying to get the Lakers to do in the offseason anyway. They were telling them, like, hey, if we trade him to you, which they were never going to trade him until Kevin Durant basically rescinded his trade. So it was predicated like, hey, we'll trade you Kyrie for Joe Harris, but you have to take on Joe Harris. But we're not doing anything until we find out what's going on with Kevin Durant. And as soon as Kevin Durant said, okay, I'll stay, that was it. That was the end of the conversation. Like, it was over at that point. And then they kept Kyrie. Well, now it's a completely different scenario because Kyrie can just leave. Kevin Durant, they could play hardball with. This year, they can't play hardball with Kyrie Irving because he could just leave and you're in trouble. But here's the thing. If the Lakers don't land, let's say Kyrie is traded elsewhere, I don't know if the Lakers make another trade now. Because if they know that Kyrie is coming, then they're not going to make a deal to ruin cap space. Right? So I really think Kyrie Irving's coming to the Lakers on the trade deadline now. It should be a relatively easy trade. Because the deal is still the same deals you were talking about in the offseason. If you're the Lakers, you're not trading Rui Hachimura. You're in a point of leverage, big fold. Because if you're the Lakers, you could just say, I'm going to stand pat, and we'll just sign Kyrie in the offseason, right? Like, Kyrie, you want to come in the offseason? You're going to get endorsements, you're going to get brand deals, you're going to make up for the rest of your money. No other teams can really pay him. Kyrie's not stupid. He knows that there's not many teams that can give him $40 million. So he's going to have to take a pay cut regardless. Kyrie just showed, I'll take the pay cut. I don't want to be here anymore. I'll take the pay cut. So Kyrie is gone. And if he's gone, he's not going to get the money he's going to get in Brooklyn. So Brooklyn has to trade him. And from all intents and purposes, Kyrie Irving it was solely the Lakers in the offseason. I don't think anything's changed. Because if anything, you could make an argument that it's even more likely that it's just the Lakers now because of everything that's gone on this season. So if you're the Lakers, you're in a great point of leverage. Who else is going to trade for him? Don't play games. If you're the Lakers, don't play the games. Trade the both first-round picks. Trade, whoever you got. Trade Russell Westbrook, both first, whatever. Do what you have to do. I'd prefer to keep Max Christie. Maybe you negotiate we'll either give you Max Christie or we'll take Joe Harris. That would be ideal. Personally, I would keep Max Christie, but if we're being honest, the Lakers aren't going to keep Max Christie if it means losing Kyrie Irving. They're just not. It's Kyrie Irving. So, as much as I'm like, you have to keep Max Christie, I know the Lakers they'll give up whatever they have to give up to go get Max Christie, or to go get Kyrie Irving. So, If you're the Lakers, you do that. Because now you got Kyrie, LeBron, and AD for the next several seasons. And that could also keep LeBron James around longer, post his 2 years, right? I think Kyrie will be on his best behavior with the Lakers. I think him and LeBron James, I don't see where else he goes. And maybe he does. He very well could go elsewhere. But who? Like, is Dallas desperate enough? Maybe. But if you're the Brooklyn Nets, you're rebuilding now. That's it. You're done. You're rebuilding. So if you could get a young Max Christie for your future, why wouldn't you want to do that? Or like an Austin Reeves or something, you know? But they don't, like Christie you'd at least have for the next couple seasons. So that's why I think they'd probably be like, oh, we want both first and throw in Max Christie. Like, you would want a young piece because they're going to have to trade Kevin Durant now. Kevin Durant is gone. That's it. It's over. Right? So no matter how you shake it, they're going to rebuilding. Unless Kevin Durant says, hey, I'll give you this season and see what you can get in the offseason. And the Lakers say the Lakers take on Kyrie Irving and they take on Joe Harris. Now the Brooklyn Nets would actually have some pretty good cap space. I think they'd have like $25 million, something like that. So maybe Kevin Durant's like, hey, if you could go get me another, you could put a team around me in the offseason that I feel like I could win with, then sure, go ahead. But I don't think so. I think Kevin Durant I think we're gonna get a report. It could be today of Kevin Durant wants to be traded too. I don't see a scenario where Kevin Durant wants to stay. Now, does that mean Brooklyn has to trade him? No, but why? Why are you going to keep him around? Like, what's the point? Just trade him, get a bunch of young assets, rebuild, move on. No one's going to knock you for trying to make this experiment working. Brooklyn just keeps shooting themselves in the foot. But it should be a pretty easy deal. Now, I don't think the deal happens today. It could. Like, I don't think the deal... I still think it doesn't happen until after the trade or after the road trip for the Lakers. I don't think any of these happening for the Lakers till the road trip happens. But I do think that, when it comes to this potential trade, both sides already know the deal. So I think it'll be pretty quickly. I'm sure Brooklyn's going to listen to other offers, but you never know. But anyway... As always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think? Is this huge news for you? Do you think Kyrie's coming to the Lakers? Do you want Kyrie as a Laker? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are.